Hi there, guys. So the king of indexed annuities, which is currently Athene, based off sales volume, just got better. I delivered a policy yesterday to my client on their top selling accumulation indexed annuity, the Performance Elite 10, and that client thought that they were signing an application for a 4% premium bonus. Surprise, it's an 8% premium bonus. Yes, the Performance Elite 10, depending on your state, now has a premium bonus of 8%. And this is not a premium bonus on a shell of a product, as we see with many premium bonus products. No, this is a great product. This is a product that has currently 255% participation rates on a great volatility control strategy, because there are good volatility control strategies and there are bad ones. And I'm referring to the BNP Paribas. By the way, I'm going to flip over here and I'm going to show you a chart that you've probably never seen. And on that chart, you're going to see my point about the BNP Paribas here. So I'm going to flip over to this, and then we're going to get on with what Athene's changes are. So here is a year-to-date as well as last 12 months snapshot of all of these mystical volatility control strategies here. How have they performed over the last 12 months? This report is actually as of April of 2022. I need to get the updated one. But you can see almost everything in the red is in the red. The dark blue is year-to-date. The light blue is... the dark blue is actually, yes, year to date, to where the light blue is the last 12 months here. You go down here, and all of these are in the red. They're to the left, right? What about the BNP Paribas? Well, you can see here that although year to date, and by the way, year to date, we're in a market where the NASDAQ is down, what, 25%? Over 15% down is what the S&P 500 is. What about the aggregate bond index, AGG? Last I checked, which was like last week, down 11%. Bonds that are supposed to be safe, down 11%. So it's no mystery why all of these volatility control strategies are down. Well, I would argue with you that over the last 12 months, if you have a 2.05% return on your indexed annuity, actually with a participation rate of a couple 100%, as this product does, you're looking at a 4% return. When we've experienced the market that we have, you're not going to have clients complaining to you. Probably not. We'll always have some client complaining to us, but for the most part, that's pretty good. And this is why I have been preaching for years and years about how I love that BNP Paribas volatility control strategy. I actually dig into the structure of these strategies versus just saying, oh yeah, that one has a 200% participation rate, this one has 100, this one must be better. That's not the case, right, with these volatility control strategies. So Athene just got better on an already great product, on an already great portfolio, which leads me to the way that the annuity business is matrixed out, so to speak. Then we're going to get into the changes here. You see, the indexed annuity business, or the annuity business in general, has a couple different spectrums. One spectrum is accumulation focused. In my brain, on the left-hand side is the conservative side. That is the multi-year guaranteed annuity side. That is the CD replacement side. How does Athene do there? 3.85% for 5 years on their 5-year multi-year guaranteed annuity, which is the top of the industry. There may be one or two that are better out there now because it's the beginning of the month. People are changing like crazy, but 3.85% for 5 years. You go down that accumulation spectrum and you have accumulation-focused indexed annuities. How do they look there? You have the 7-year Performance Elite product, which has, now it's like as we'll see, like a 280% participation rate, 280% on that BNP Paribas strategy. The Performance Elite 10, which is their flagship accumulation product, you're looking at a 8% premium bonus, depending on your state, an 8% premium bonus with like 255% participation rates, and it's performed good. People that talk about Athene, agents that talk about Athene with me say, you know, when clients go into their Athene annuity, they never want to leave that annuity, which is a good thing. Why? Because it performs. So you have the accumulation spectrum there, multi-year guaranteed annuities, and you have, well, accumulation-focused indexed annuities. Then you have an income-focused spectrum, which is probably about 50% of the indexed annuity business. I would say around 50%. That statistic is not 100% precise, but 50% with riders, 50% without riders. Somebody at one of the data collectors would be able to tell us that. But you have this income spectrum. You have the guaranteed income products, and you have the performance-based income products. Guaranteed income products. So here's the way that this goes. An agent will call me up and say, Charlie, I have a client that's retiring in 2 years or 5 years, has $100,000. Can you run a report and tell me, out of all the products in the industry, for the most part, which GLWB rider will guarantee, no ifs, ands, or buts, the highest income to my client when he retires 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now? I run that report, and who always shows up within the top 3 of products out there? Athene. What is the product name? The Ascent Pro 10 bonus. Which has a 20% bonus on the income base and then 10% roll-ups thereafter for every year that the client defers. That's the guaranteed side of our income spectrum. You go down the spectrum to the performance-based side. Well, if the market goes up 20%, can I get a roll-up based off of how the contract value actually did? Yes, that's the agility products. The Agility 7, the Agility 10, if they want a little longer surrender period. You have another spectrum. What about death benefit products? That's the agility products there as well, to where the client can get the benefit base as long as, or I should say, the beneficiary can get the benefit base as long as they take that death benefit over a 5-year period of time. Athene kicks you-know-what throughout all of this spectrum here. So what are the changes here? Let's go into the changes, which is really the point of this video. You can see here the Agility 10. That is kind of the do-everything product, performance-based income, decent accumulation, good death benefit product. By the way, an interesting withdrawal provision of 10% of the premium, not 10% of contract value, 10% of premium. You put in $100,000, you can take out $10,000 per year until the end of that 10th year. You should still have some money in there because hopefully there's some growth in there, right? You see their participation rates on my favorite BNP Paribas increased by 20%. Their 7-year version of that increased by 15%. You go down here to the accumulation focused products. I don't do much of the 15, for obvious reasons. But the 10, you go to the Performance Elite 10, and you have participation rates of the one without a fee, 150%. The one with a 1.75% fee, mind you, annual fee 1.75, where you buy up the participation rate, now 255%. You go down a little further. Oh, and this points out that, hey, not only are we increasing participation rates, we are also increasing the premium bonus from 4% to 8% in most states, as you can see here. But, if you're out in California, it goes from 2% to 7%. That's a 5% increase. That's actually better than the increase that we got elsewhere. Performance Elite 7, like I said, 280% participation rates there. So the trade-off between the 7 and the 10 is, first of all, 3 years shorter surrender period. But second of all, with the 7-year, you get a higher participation rate. What don't you get with the 7-year? An 8% premium bonus is what you don't get with the 7-year. And that's really a very, very quick summary on Athene's changes. Folks, if you're not appointed with Athene, please get appointed with them. You can give me a call. You can shoot me an email. I look forward to working with you.